to do anything about the cow.
You can show the cow. I'm trying to figure out a good way.
If you read my little bio thing, I rewrote this about 10 times. And then I remembered something from when I was a kid, and I was thinking back of how my mother first and then other family members encouraged me, you know, because I could draw. And so this is the cute little notebook. I found this. I dug through the basement last night. I found this. And one time I was somewhere in grade school. I was on my aunt's farm, and they plopped me on a hay bale, and I drew a picture of the cow. And
the working
bird had
girl.
40 jerseys, and that she milked. And she told me she knew which one it was. So that was very encouraging. You know, it was probably, you know, she was probably being very kind, but, you know, it's still.
How old were you then?
I don't know.
27? No. What?
Tell by the horns.
For a young artist,
Yeah.
I mean, that's an amazing.
That's good, Bob.
For you.
She said,
That's
and I
very good.
believed her. You know, of course I was gullible, you know, but she said she knew which cow it was, and all of them had names, like I said in the little paragraph there. So, anyway, I love that picture of Elizabeth the Apple. So, well, anyway, I have painted for a lifetime, but I didn't always have a lot of time, or maybe a year would go by and I didn't touch a brush, and then maybe I could get a couple of paintings in a year, but I always came back to it. And then I retired in '09, and quick I painted 3 or 4 train pictures because I had to get it out of my system. No more railroad stuff. So I burned through all that railroad something in those pictures, and then I was thinking, oh man, I got to do something, And I just started thinking about, I want to improve my skills. I want to push my limits of what I can do, and I've always shied away from painting pictures of people, and in particular portraits. I've done a few, and I thought they were pretty decent, but still not that great. So I started doing things that, actually the nativity, the hinged screen, I found that in a consignment shop here just a few blocks away. And I saw that and I thought, I got to paint on that. So I bought it, I took it home, and I set it in the corner for about a year. And then one day I said, let's do something with that. So I started thinking about it, and I came up, I wanted to do a seasonal picture. And so I wanted to do a Christmas kind of a theme. And finally I thought, how about an adoration of the Magi? Too grand, too big a cast for me, So I gotta, start a little bit simpler than that. So I thought the Nativity was just intimate enough, to be right. And so I adapted that version of the Italian Gothic master, Gentile Fabriano, on to fit that shape. I had to cut down the script, the cast of characters slightly, but it worked. And then I started thinking about other great masters who I admired, and I kept finding them, and went from one to the other, and these are not lined up quite chronologically, but sort of in a progression until I worked on these last 3 here and finished painting on those just a little over a week ago, so hence no frames. But, this is more output than I've ever done in a year. And I feel, it was pretty successful as far as what I had set out to do. And, working from, I was in the Louvre once, and walking around, I saw the Mona Lisa in person, and I saw in my walking around the Louvre, there were a few places where there were artists with an easel who were making a copy of a master painting, and they were doing fabulous work. Well, I couldn't make the trip again, so I had to work from library books, and I found that, you know, depending on which picture you look at of this painting, the colors are different and the details are different. So I had to call them interpretations, because I'm really interpreting from a photograph and trying to imagine a lot that I can't see. And I had to invent a few things too. So. But I feel really good about it, and I think that's enough talk.
Thank you.